pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Would you all please remain standing for a few minutes in memory of Kevin's brother Jeffrey, who has tragically passed away just beginning of last week. A few prayers for the family. Thank you so very much.
All right.
You're welcome. Statement of as a notice.
In compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, laws of 1975 of the State of New Jersey, adequate notice of this meeting in the South River Board of Education is provided in the following manner. On February 4, 2019, notice was delivered to the office of the South River Borough Clerk and posted at the Board of Education Administration Building. On February 4, 2019, notice was faxed and mailed to the following newspapers, the Home News Tribune and the Sentinel. And on February 4, 2019, the notice was posted at the South River Borough Clerk's office.
Roll call.
Mr. Andre?
Here.
Ms. Bazak?
Here.
Ms. Beck?
Here.
Ms. Bush?
Here.
Ms. Cruz?
Here.
Mr. Nielsen?
Nielsen been excused.
Mr. Rosanna?
Here.
Mr. Vanek?
Here.
Mr. Maluda?
Here.
Ms. Cassiano?
Here.
Okay, all board members have copies of the minutes of April and May. And board members, your pleasure.
Move the minutes in accordance with board policy.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Cruz, second by Mr. Zano. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Use of facilities.
There's 5 items on the use of facilities tonight, 3 from the South River Parks and Rec, and 2 from South River Knights.
Board members, your pleasure.
Move the use of facilities.
Motion by Mr. Zano, second by Mrs. Beck. Any comments on any of them? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. The financial report, Mrs. Cruz.
Be it resolved that the Board of Education hereby certifies that it is in receipt of the financial report which indicates that no major account has been overexpended and that sufficient funds are available to meet the district's financial obligations for the remainder of the fiscal year. The Finance Committee recommends that the reports of the Board Secretary and the Treasurer of School Monies for April 2019 be approved, and I so move.
Motion by Mrs. Cruz,
Second.
second by Mr. Andre. Comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. This time we'll open the meeting to the public. For any comments or questions, limited strictly to the items that are on the agenda. Later in the evening, there will be an open session for comments and questions on anything whatsoever. But this is strictly for items that are on the agenda. Anyone from the audience? Second call? Last call? Call the public portion of the meeting. And we will go to the superintendent's report.
Thank you, Mr. Wailuda. First item that I wanted to share with the community today is the results of our Seal of Biliteracy. As you're aware, the district started participating in Seal of Biliteracy just last year, and we've already grown in the number of students that participate in this great opportunity. The Seal of Biliteracy offers is the opportunity for students to receive a seal that goes along with their high school diploma, indicating that they have a second language proficiency. And so they have to go through a pretty rigorous exam in a second language in order to receive this award. So we have in Portuguese, we have Ana de Souza, Brianna Santos, Jennifer Des Neves, Victoria Cassiano, Maria Luisa Carmo. They all received their seal in Portuguese this year, and Julie De Silva, Catherine Morales Lopez, Maria Victoria Ochoa, and Natalie Martinez received their certificate in Spanish. So we're very proud of them. Really, the majority of the students that went for the assessment received the award and were successful. And again, we're looking forward to even get more of our students the seal for next year. Our high school music department wanted to share that they took a field trip to the High Note Music Festival, and they felt it was a great success. students in concert band and chorus represented our high school. And each group put on an excellent performance and should be commended for their efforts. The chorus received a superior rating, which is the highest possible rating, and the concert band received an excellent rating, and just missed superior by 2 points, just shy of 2 points. This was a real success for both of our groups. The children were really excited to be able to be there, and they're grateful for the board to support this trip and for them to participate. I also wanted to share, we just received this morning, hot off the presses, we received our CUSAC report. The CUSAC report is a Quality Single Accountability Continuum report from the New Jersey Department of Education, who comes out every 3 years and evaluates every district in the state in different categories. The categories include instruction and program, fiscal management, governance, operations, and personnel. And the district scores for this year put us in a range of high performing. So they found through a rigorous assessment, they were with us on site, looking at many of our documents, speaking to many of our staff, just reviewing everything from our policies to our board agendas to our facilities to our curriculum. And after this thorough assessment, we did receive a score of high performing. So we're really proud of that. And we are very happy that we don't have to do any sort of corrective action plan. We now have this rating for the next 3 years, and we'll continue doing what we do. So very happy about that. And we'll be posting these scores so you can see specifically how the district did in each area on our district website. And I wanted to share also with the community just how we spend our summer months. We have a lot of staff who are here over the summer and who are our 12-month employees, and they work probably, I would say, even harder in the summer months because they're really doing so much in terms of just reflection over what took place this past year and really preparing for the upcoming year and making sure everything is absolutely ready for the first day of school. So we do everything from curriculum development to facilities improvements, really just getting our teachers ready. We have a new program coming for K-5 literacy. We're handing out materials, getting those into classrooms, and just really taking the summer to do a lot of that work. Also a lot of work in human resources, making sure we're hiring the best qualified staff and the right fit for our district. So there's a lot of work involved in that. So we're definitely very busy over the summer months and taking on also a lot new registrations, a lot of children moving into our area, which we're happy to see, and getting them squared away for September as well. And so concludes my superintendent's report.
Any board members, your pleasure on the report?
Move the
Motion to
report.
accept.
Move the report.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Pizzaro, second by Mrs. Cruz. Any comments on it? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Okay, at this time, we have a number of resolutions to be distributed, and without delay, the first one I'd like to call on is Ms. Bazak.
Miss Alita Aquabella.
All right.
Whereas Alita Aquabella served the students of the South River School District from 1994 to 2008. And whereas Miss Alita Aquabella served as primary school teacher, elementary school, and middle school academic support instruction teacher, middle school computer teacher, elementary school team leader, adult school teacher, and summer school teacher, and distinguished herself by her enthusiastic devotion to her profession by accepting all responsibilities assigned to her. And whereas Alita Aquabella served the school district was marked by her honesty, integrity, and commitment. Now therefore be it resolved that this resolution be adopted, read upon the minutes of the June 27, 2019 public meeting, and that a copy of the same be presented to Alita Aquabella. Signed, Kenneth J. Costa, Board Secretary, read this by Mr. President. Congratulations.
presenting for Miss Elizabeth Garris, who is not here this evening, but I'm going to read her resolution anyway. So whereas Miss Elizabeth Garris served the students of South River School District from 1993 to 2019, and whereas Elizabeth Garris served as middle school social studies teacher and mentor, and distinguished herself by her enthusiastic devotion to her profession by accepting all responsibilities assigned to her, and whereas Elizabeth Garris's services to the school district were marked by her honesty, integrity, and commitment, now therefore be it resolved that this resolution be adopted, spread upon the minutes of the June 27, 2019 public meeting, and that a copy of same be presented to Elizabeth Garris. Now I will make sure that she receives this when she gets back from her vacation.
And Mrs. Beck.
Now, this one's a pleasure for me to do. My son had her as a freshman, and then he got to see her again as a senior. That seat changes in my son. Very proud. Whereas Darlene Police served the students of the South River School District from 1990 to 2019, and whereas Darlene Police, Mrs. Police, served as high school business teacher, substitute teacher, volunteer Future Business Leaders of America advisor, collector of high school revenues, special education extended school year instructional aide, substitute, adult school teacher, 1994 class advisor, member of the Carl D. Perkins Career and Technical Education Grant Writing Committee, student counselor advisor and home instructor, and distinguished herself by enthusiastic devotion to her profession by accepting all responsibilities assigned to her, and whereas Darlene Police's service to the school district was marked by her honesty, integrity, and commitment, now therefore be it resolved that this resolution be adopted, spread upon the minutes of the June 27, 2019 public meeting, and that a copy of the same be presented to Darlene Police. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for this resolution. In the past 65 years in the South River School District, there has only been 2 accounting teachers, myself and Mr. Arianis.
Right, I remember Mr. Arianis, sure.
All right, who
Ken-
was my instructor.
Ken Arianis.
Wow. He was here for 35 years and I was for 30.
Wow.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Rosanna.
Just hand it to us. Thank you. I not only knew Mr. Arianis, but I worked with these retirees, and they're great people and great teachers. Mr. Lee Sanderson, would you come up, please? How many years ago was it you started? 20. That's what I thought. 20 years ago. I was working in the middle school as a teacher, as most of you know, and all of a sudden we needed a vocal music teacher. So this guy comes in. I was eating lunch, and this guy comes in to have lunch at the same period. I said, "Oh, how are you?" We introduced ourselves, and you know, I tend to forget about it. It was nice, welcome, okay. But when I heard the music that was being performed by the chorus and how well they did, I knew that Lee Sanderson was an outstanding teacher. And as I got to know him over the years, I also know that he's an outstanding person. And he contributed a lot to our kids in our district. And thank you, Lee, for doing that. So, resolution, whereas Lee Sanderson served the students of South River School District from 1998 to 2018. And whereas Lee Sanderson served as elementary and middle school music teacher and distinguished himself by his enthusiastic devotion to his profession by accepting all responsibilities assigned to him, and whereas Lee Sanderson's service to the school district was marked by his honesty, integrity, and commitment, now therefore be it resolved that this resolution be adopted, spread upon the minutes of the June 27, 2019 public meeting, and that a copy of the same be presented to Lee Sanderson. Congratulations, Lee. And thank you for all you do.
Well, at the beginning of the meeting, I heard that our high school and band and chorus did really well. That's terrific. And I thank the board for supporting the arts, performing arts in this district for the 20 years I was here. It's really important. Please don't stop. Thank you, everybody.
Would Mr. Gregory Hans come up here, please? Now, I know Mr. Hans is a great teacher because my daughter was in his class. And it was just great. You did a great job with her. And she's part of the reason she's the person the way she is because of your influence. And I personally thank you for that. The State of New Jersey, Department of Education, 2018-2019 school year. Governor's Educator of the Year program. Awarded this certificate of recognition to Gregory Hans in honor of the contributions of being an outstanding educator in a New Jersey public school. It is signed by Lamont Repollet, Dr. Lamont Repollet, Commissioner of Education. Congratulations, Mr. Hans. Hold it. Don't go anywhere. Resolution. Whereas Gregory Hans has served the students of South River District as a dedicated teacher, and whereas Gregory Hans used effective instructional techniques and methods that were outstanding, and whereas Gregory Hans' establishment of productive classroom climate and rapport with students demonstrates inspirational leadership, and whereas Gregory Hans has developed feelings of self-worth and love of learning in students and by his honesty and commitment to the teaching profession. Resolved, the South River Board of Education, at its public meeting of June 27, 2019, wishes to recognize Gregory Hans for selection to the 2019 Governor's Educator of the Year program representing the high school, and be it further resolved that the South River Board of Education, at its public meeting of June 27, 2019, wishes to have these sentiments spread upon the minutes of the meeting, and that a copy of this resolution be presented to Gregory Hans. Congratulations. You're welcome.
I'd like to just take the opportunity to thank you, Ms. Urcha, and the board. I'm a big fan of this community. I have been since I started teaching here. And we couldn't make it the way it has become without the support of you board members. So thank you guys so much for doing what you do to help make this community so special. Thank you.
Mrs. Urbanek?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
At this time, I'd like to invite Melissa Cos up here, please. Stage. So I also have here for you the State of New Jersey Department of Education 2018-2019 Governor's Educator of the Year program. You are being awarded the certificate of recognition to Melissa Cos in honor of the contributions of being an outstanding educator in a New Jersey public school, signed by Lamont Repollet, Commissioner of Education. And of course, we have a resolution for you from the board. And this resolution reads, whereas Melissa Cos has served the students of the South River School District as a dedicated teacher, and whereas Melissa Cos's use of effective instruction techniques and methods were outstanding, and whereas Melissa Cos's establishment of productive classroom climate and rapport with students demonstrates inspirational leadership, and whereas Melissa Cos has developed feelings of self-worth and love of learning in students by her honesty and commitment to the teaching profession, and resolved, the South River Board of Education, at its public meeting of June 27, 2019, wishes to recognize Melissa Cos for selection to the 2019 Governor's Educator of the Year program representing the primary school, and be it further resolved that the South River Board of Education, at its public meeting of June 27, 2019, wishes to have these sentiments spread upon the minutes of this meeting, and that a copy of this resolution be presented to Melissa Kotz. Congratulations, Melissa.
I just want to say thank you to Ms. Searcher and everyone on the board for all of your support, and to all of my amazing coworkers for helping me throughout the entire school year.
And at this time, I'd like to invite Teresa Januska. Okay, so Teresa couldn't make tonight's meeting, so I will just read her resolution that whereas Teresa Januska has served the students of the South River School District as a dedicated social worker, and whereas Teresa Januska's use of effective instruction techniques and methods were outstanding, and whereas Teresa Januska's establishment of productive community climate and rapport with students demonstrates inspirational leadership, and whereas Teresa Januska has developed feelings of self-worth and love of learning in students by her honesty and commitment to the social work profession, and resolved, the South River Board of Education, at its public meeting of June 27, 2019, wishes to recognize Teresa Januska for selection to the 2019 Governor's Educational Services Professional of the Year program representing the high school. And be it further resolved that the South River Board of Education, at its public meeting of June 27, 2019, wishes to have these sentiments spread upon the minutes of this meeting, and that a copy of this resolution be presented to Teresa Januska. She will get this and also her Governor's Certificate of Award. Thank you.
Mrs. Cruz?
Christy Mongeli. I have an award here, the State of New Jersey Department of Education 2018-19 Governor's Educator of the Year program awarded this certificate of recognition to Christine Mongeli in honor of the contributions of being an outstanding educator in New Jersey Public School. I also have a resolution from the board. Whereas Christine Mongeli has served the students of the South River School District as a dedicated teacher, and whereas Christine Mongeli's use of the effective instruction techniques and methods were outstanding, and whereas Christine Mongeli's establishment of productive classroom climate and rapport with students demonstrates inspirational leadership, and whereas Christine Mongeli has developed feelings of self-worth and love of learning in students by her honesty and commitment to the teaching profession, and resolved, the South River Board of Education at its public meeting of June 27, 2019, wishes to recognize Christine Mongeli for selection to the 2019 Governor's Educator of the Year program representing the elementary school, and be it further resolved that the South River Board of Education at its public meeting of June 27, 2009, wishes to have these sentiments spread upon the minutes of this meeting, and that a copy of this resolution be presented to Christine Mongeli. Signed, Kenneth J. Kokoska, Board Secretary, and Regis Waluda, President.
I just want to say thank you to the board, and I look forward to my future at South River.
I also have Doreen Zelak. And I want to just take a minute to say thank you also as a parent for all that you do for the kids, coming to all of their after-school activities, all of their games. It's always a pleasure to see you in the stands rooting for the kids. The State of New Jersey Department of Education 2018-19 Governor's Educator of the Year program awarded this certificate of recognition to Doreen Zelak in honor of the contributions of being an outstanding educator in a New Jersey public school. We have a resolution. Whereas Doreen Zelak has served the students of the South River School District as a dedicated teacher, and whereas Doreen Zelak's use of effective instruction techniques and methods were outstanding. And whereas Doreen Zedlock's establishment of productive classroom climate and rapport with students demonstrates inspirational leadership. And whereas Doreen Zedlock has developed feelings of self-worth and love of learning in students by her honesty and commitment to the teaching profession. And resolved, the South River Board of Education at its public meeting of June 27, 2019, wishes to recognize Doreen Zedlock for selection to the 2019 Governor's Educator of the Year program representing the middle school. And be it further resolved that the South River Board of Education at its public meeting of June 27, 2019, wishes to have these sentiments spread upon the minutes of this meeting, and that a copy of this resolution be presented to Doreen Zedlock. Signed, Kenneth J. Kokoska, Board Secretary, and Regis Weatherden, President.
Everybody, and I love working at the middle school, and I really do thank the board for all the support that they give to the school and to the athletics and the music department. As a piano player myself, I agree with Mr. Sanderson, the arts are important, and I'll continue to support them as long as I can. Thank you very much.
And Mr. Andre?
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. Miriam Greenberg cannot be here tonight to attend, so I'm going to read out her awards. For a resolution, whereas Miriam Greenberg has served the students of South River School District as a dedicated elementary school speech correction and language specialist, and whereas Miriam Greenberg's use of effective instruction techniques and methods were outstanding, and whereas Miriam Greenberg's establishment of productive community climate and rapport with students demonstrates inspirational leadership, and whereas Miriam Greenberg has developed feelings of self-worth and love of learning in students by her honesty and commitment to speech and language pathology, profession, and resolved, the South River Board of Education at its public meeting of June 27, 2019, wishes to recognize Miriam Greenberg for selection to the 2019 Governor's Educational Services Professional of the Year program representing the elementary school. And be it further resolved that the South River Board of Education at its public meeting of June 27, 2019, wishes to have these sentiments spread upon the minutes of this meeting, and that a copy of this resolution be presented to Miriam Greenberg.
Thank you all. And may I have a motion for adoption of the resolutions?
Motion.
Motion by Mrs. Spruce, second by Mrs. Beck. Any other questions, comments? Roll call.
Mr. Andre?
Yes.
Mr. Pazak?
Yes.
Mrs. Beck?
Yes.
Mrs. Bush?
Yes.
Mrs. Cruz?
Yes.
Mr. Nielsen? Sorry. Mr. Rosanna?
Yes.
Mrs. Urbanek?
Yes.
Mr. Weatherly?
Yes. And before we go into the consent resolution, we have a presentation this evening, and I'll turn the meeting back over to Mrs. Zercher.
Yes.
Do they want to leave, or they want to take a moment, and if they want to stay, or if they want to depart?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, those that want,
yes. Unless you want to see this report and the presentation, you're more than welcome to stay.
Ooh, look at them all.
Look at him.
Data system. No?
Take care, Lee.
Mr. Dorso, do not take this
Helene,
personally.
take care.
Happens
You're
to us
welcome.
all the time.
Take care, Darlene.
you can use a backboard.
I have it, I don't know where. Maybe it's in my case.
Sylvia, did you try to walk?
So I can assure you this is not as exciting as all teacher awards and presentations. So, twice a year we're required to report out the findings in the information that we report related to HIB and also any removal from school for any reason. This reporting period is from the first half of this school year. All right, so the first thing that we report out on is just related to district-wide, and this would be any training that a district-wide administrator attended or a presentation or program to the entire staff. We had 7 trainings district-wide and 2 HIP programs. South River Primary School, this is, again, just to be clear, information from September 1st of this school year until December 31st. So any incidents reported involving violence, vandalism, substances, weapons, or HIP confirmed, 0. Other incidents leading to removal, 0. Any HIP allegation, there were 2. HIP trainings, 2. HIP programs, 4. At the elementary school, there was 1 confirmed incident of violence, vandalism, or substance or weapons, 0 incidents leading to removal, 5 alleged HIP incidents, 4 trainings, and 4 HIP programs. At the middle school, there were 10 incidents. There were 19 removals. And just so you're aware, a removal is any time a student has to leave the school due to a behavioral incident not noted above in incidents, if that's clear.
Yes.
And then we had 3 HIP allegations. There were 5 HIP trainings and 1 HIP program. At the high school, 11 incidents, 11 other incidents leading to removal, 3 allegations, 8 HIP trainings, and 4 HIP programs. And that's really the extent of what we report out. Next year, we'll report out for the second half of the school year. That presentation will be next school year. Does anybody have any questions? The other stuff that I had is just stuff that we've been doing throughout the school year. So again, just to emphasize the importance of social emotional learning. It's really been a district-wide effort, and you kind of see that reflected in the HIP trainings that were noted throughout the presentation. So we're just kind of continuing everything that we've been doing this school year. Our intention is really to tighten up all of the good work that we have going on related to social and emotional learning and HIP prevention next school year. So we'll continue to do those efforts. Any questions? Definitely not as exciting as the teacher presentation.
Well, if you want, we can go.
Have a
Right.
good night. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
Mr.
Dorso.
Dorso, I have a
Yes.
quick question.
Sure.
I know that we only do like September through December, and then we'll come back and we'll do January through June. But do we ever like compare like year to year to see if things are getting better, or do we just report out what that monthly time period is?
I actually just started to do that. If you don't mind, I just did a comparison from last reporting period until this reporting period. You can hand that to the board members.
Yeah.
Come on. Because actually, when I was going through that, I had the same kind of thought, like, okay, I'm just reporting out this
Mhm.
period, but are we kind of improving our trainings and other things that are positive, and is that impacting or reducing HIP allegations and HIP incidents?
Because the numbers look much lower than I remember in the past.
Yeah, well, if you look at the sheet that I just gave you at the high school, for instance, you can see the drop down in incidents.
Wow.
That 183 number, I do want to go back and just kind of, make sure that's an accurate number, but that is what was reported.
Yeah.
I do kind of get the sense that the second half of the year, our incidents kind of trend a little more, they increase.
Mm-hmm.
But you can definitely see just the between the last reporting period and this reporting period. You can also see the increase in trainings and programs also. We'll kind of dig down into the data to see if there's a correlation there.
Okay.
We hope that there is.
Yeah, there's always that right before spring break,
Yeah.
things get crazy.
Mr. Joseph, I have a question. If that same trend exhibits itself next year, where in the second half they seem to be higher, could you just give it some thought and come back to the board and tell us why you think that is? I don't know, because what it is, I don't know. But you're
Yeah.
the expert, but just if you could look at that last year's second half to this year's second half, and when you come back in September, if you're seeing that it follows the same trend and pattern, that it's higher during
Yeah.
that time of year, give us your thoughts on what you think it might be.
We already have that data, so I just started to look at it briefly, and it does seem a little increased, just compared to the first half of the year. But I don't think it's, I mean, you're not gonna hit that 183 number that we had at the last reporting period in the high school, which is good news.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Josh, thank you so very, very much. Continuing now with the meeting, consent resolution, there's one item that has been pulled in order to be read separately, and we'll take that item now. It's under
Instruction.
the education.
Instruction
item
number 4.
Instruction number 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I have it read, please?
Sure. Motion to approve charter school students tuition 2019-2020 school year.
Okay, board members, your pleasure. I'm looking for a vote.
Move.
Move
You
the
want me to vote?
resolution?
Yes.
Move the resolution. I'll second.
Okay, and it was
Mrs.
Urbanic?
okay, Mrs. Urbanic, and second by Mrs. Cruz. Any questions, comments?
Yeah, if I may.
Sure.
I asked for this to be taken out of the consent resolution, Mr. President, because as you know, I am not, I've said this for years now, I am not against charter schools, but I am against the way they are funded. And I know we have to send them the money, but I'm voting no as a symbolic protest against the funding of charter schools. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Zana. Anyone else? Roll call.
Mr. Andre?
Yes.
Mr. Bezak?
Yes.
Mrs. Beck?
Yes.
Ms. Cruz?
Yes.
Mr. Rosanna?
No.
Mrs. Bush?
Yes.
Just keeping me on my toes.
That's okay.
Mrs. Urbanic?
Yes.
And Mr. Roy
Yes. Okay, continuing now, is there any other consent resolution item that would like to be removed, or Sylvia, is there anything that to be removed from the consent?
No, there is not.
No. Okay, read the consent, please.
All right, the Southwood Board of Education, by means of a consent resolution, adopt various resolutions of a routine and non-controversial nature at one time. And whereas the below listed resolutions are hereby adopted by the said Board of Education in whole, as if the same were individually acted upon. Under Superintendent of Schools, items 2 through 4. Under Athletics, items 1 and 2. Under Finance, items 1 through 38. Under Instruction, items 1 through 3 and 5 through 7. Under Negotiations, item 1. Under Policy, items 1 through 8. Under Human Resources, items 1 through 36. And under Safety and Risk Management, items 1 through 6.
Okay, board members, your pleasure.
Move the consent resolution.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Cruz, second by Mrs. Bush. Comments? Roll call.
Mr. Andre?
Yes.
Mr. Bezak?
Yes.
Mrs. Beck?
Yes.
Mrs. Bush?
Yes.
Mrs. Cruz?
Yes.
Mr. Rosanna?
Yes on everything except under Human Resources, number 32, which I abstain.
Mr. Urbanic?
Yes.
Mr. Weatherly?
Yes, motion so carried. Going forward with the committee reports, the athletic committee.
Sure. Just wanna add, we have, the athletic programs that are going on this summer. It varies from football, to boys soccer, bowling, boys basketball, girls basketball, wrestling, girls soccer, cross country and track, softball, girls tennis, boys tennis and volleyball, all have summer activities. And then I wanted to read some highlights, from the athletic report. The students that got, special awards this, season. In baseball, the all gold division was Michael DeSantis, Billy Drum, Chris Barbario, and Nicholas Rosano. Softball all gold division was Hannah Kurtz and Aaron Kowalski. Track all gold division, Oliver Carr, Marissa Italiano, and Mikael Rios. In tennis, all blue division was Arnav Jain. In seniors, Christopher Barbario, Michael DeSantis, Billy Drum, Nicholas Rosano were all selected to play at the GMC Senior All-Star Baseball game on Sunday, June 9th. And let's see what we got. Then the following players were selected to play at the GMC Underclassmen All-Star game held also on June 9th. Participating in that game were Vincent Lepore and Austin Soares. And then just to wrap up from the season, the final scores, the final records were varsity baseball was 12-14, JV was 4-5, middle school baseball was 7-5, varsity softball was 11-10, JV softball was 3-5, middle school softball was 5-9, varsity boys tennis was 10-8, golf was 15-3, varsity boys track was 3-1, girls track was 3-2, middle school boys track was 7-9, as well as middle school girls track. And so concludes my report. Actually, there's one more thing. Mr. Rosano, what did I see, there was an article in Central Jersey, News about your grandson?
Yes.
GMC.
GMC.
Whoever it was.
He was named the GMC Athlete of the Year. And I'm lucky to have such a talented young man as my grandson. So, thank you.
And so concludes my report.
Anyone else?
I just had a quick question. So we just started the summer, but before we know it, it'll be time for everybody to hand in their physicals for fall sports. And I know we have 2 different dates. One comes much earlier for high school, and then the middle school is later. Is there a way we can post, I'm thinking on social media, the dates for both the high school and middle school, and also the link to all the forms?
Sure.
Because always, like August 15th, someone says, don't forget, physicals are due tomorrow. And then half the people panic and the other half think it's for middle school as well. And you'll get a rush at the offices looking for the paperwork.
Sure, we can definitely do that.
Thank you.
Great idea, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, anyone else? In buildings and grounds?
Thank you, Mr. Wailuda. All board members did receive the report of our supervisor of buildings and grounds. As Mrs. Cruz just mentioned, school is over, but before you know it, we'll be preparing for another school year, which our supervisor, Steve Blaja, has already started. They are doing repairs already as what needs to be done from a full school year, buildings being occupied, used by students. The grounds crew also found time to help with the rock project in the elementary school courtyard. And furniture moves are ongoing. And the other item that I found of great interest is that pallets of new reading materials for the district are being brought in. Anytime we're bringing in pallets of books is a good thing for education and for kids. So they will be very busy facilitating and helping for all that and relocating numerous classrooms. That concludes my report, unless any other board members have any other comments or questions.
Finance, Mrs. Cruz?
Yes, we have several new items from Monday. 34, approved contract, Stank Environmental Pest Control Service Provider, 2019-20 school year. 35, approved Summit Fiscal Year 2020 Consolidated Adult School Basic Skills and Integrated English Literacy and Civics Education Grant Programs. 36, approved contract, Integrated Systems and Services, High School Door Security System Service Provider, 2018-19 school year. 37, approved Summit Memorandum of Intent, Virtual Enterprises International Program, High School Entrepreneurship, Class Curriculum Service Provider, 2019-2020 school year. 38, approved contract, Acelero Learning, Head Start Service Provider, 2019-20 school year. That's all I have.
Anyone, any questions? And Mr. Rosanna.
Okay, there are, there's one new item since Monday, Mr. Wayluta. That's number 7, approved disposal of textbooks, 2018-2019 school year.
Anybody? And Ms. Bush.
No changes since Monday evening.
Okay, the Human Resources, Mrs. Bush?
Yes, there are several new items. 27, approved resignation, Letitia Marcellus, elementary school special education teacher. 28, approved resignation, Maureen Jones, elementary school ESL teacher. 29, approve appoint Title I Summer Intervention Program, summer 2019. 30, approve resignation, Gabrielle Roberts Young, school psychologist. 31, approve appoint Amanda Cavucci, elementary school special education teacher, 2019-2020 school year. 32, approve appoint Kim Marisha, supervisor of special education, 2019-20 school year. 33, approve appoint summer printing staff, 2019. 35, approve appoint Christopher DeRitis, high school, middle school social studies teacher. 35, approve resignation Alexandra Dimitriakis, elementary school ESL teacher.
Anyone? And Mr. Andre?
Yes, I have nothing new since Monday.
Okay, Mr. Bezak.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have 3 items on the agenda. Number 1 is the May Student of the Month, 6th grade. Congratulations to Joshua Oliveira for being selected as the 6th grade Student of the Month for May. Josh exhibits excellent character by being a role model for his classmates and helping them as much as he can. He always gives 100% effort in all that he does. Number 2, the May Student of the Month for the 7th grade. The 7th grade Student of the Month for May is Lara Clementi Gravato. To get good grades, Lara makes sure she completes her homework, projects, classwork, and tests are done to the best of her abilities. In the classroom, she always pays attention and makes sure she takes good notes to study in the future. Congratulations to Lara. And number 3, May Student of the Month for the 8th grade. Lazaro Rodriguez has been named the 8th grade Student of the Month for May. Laz is a great student, described by all of his teachers. He says that studying and paying attention in class helps him get good grades. He says that if you pay attention and do your homework, you'll always be able to get great grades. Congratulations to Lazaro. And that's all I have.
And our liaison for the council, Ms. Cruz.
I have no report for this evening.
And this is back to PTA.
Between Renee and I, we have a little bit, basically most of the PTAs have finished off their years, they had their fun days at the end of the year, and now I'm just waiting, they've got the summer to figure out what they're doing, and come September, we'll have new meeting dates.
And Shanetta asked that I recognize the 4 students who received the PTA scholarships at the high school, and that would be Abby Stewart, Paige Edwards, Juliana Gill, and Zachary Tanzi Rafano.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
And the public library, Mr. Bezak?
Yes, I attended Tuesday night's meeting of the library trustees. The summer program has started. There's a lot of great activities going on for children of all ages in an air-conditioned building, so everybody should really take advantage of that. The ladies at the library worked very hard to put that together, and it's something nice. And that's all I have.
And our educational foundation, Mr. Bush?
Yes, I just want to report out that our next meeting is going to be Tuesday, July 16th, 7 p.m. in this room. And again, they were able to offer scholarships this year to 5 different recipients. Paige Edwards, Haley Zito, Hannah Kurtz, Alex Latash, and Nick Rosano.
Can I return it, Ms. Roberts?
No report tonight.
And our student rep, Ms. Cassiano?
Thank you. I have nothing to add for tonight. Thank you.
And the older new business to come before the board.
Mr. Wayluta, if I may. I have several thank you notes from students who received scholarships on, this was the 4th, I think, wasn't it? June 4th. I'm not going to read them, but I will read the names of those who are thanking us. Samantha Brown, Teresa Wang, Maureen Rezkala, Alex Latash, Jacinta Carranza, Troy Chartier Vignapiano. There are 2 from him. He must have received several awards. Paige Edwards. Eleni Figuis. Alexandra Ferreira. And Haley D. Zito. Also, I was in attendance at the moving up ceremony and the graduation of the high school. Both were outstanding events, and kudos to those who put them together. I've been in touch with Mr. Kidney by phone a couple of times during his absence, and he's ready to come back. He'll be back soon, but he wanted me to mention 3 names of people who work in the central office: Beth DePinto, Robin Steinhausen, and Debbie Napolitano. And the reason is, he didn't give me any specifics, but he wants everybody in town to know that they stepped up to the plate when he needed them to. They showed caring and great professionalism, and they're to be congratulated. Those are his words. Okay? Now, I hear sometimes that our school system isn't so good. And I wonder why people say that. And I asked them, you know me, I'm not afraid to ask people stuff. And I'm not going to say what they tell me because I don't want to get sued, very honestly. But there's a problem that they have recognizing our excellence. And Mrs. Zurcher, what was our rating from CUSAC once again, please?
High performing.
High performing. There you go. The State of New Jersey Department of Education has rated South River School District as high performing. What more do you want? I'll tell you. I'll tell you what more you want, and I'm going to give it to you. I hear all the time that we don't prepare our students well enough to get into good schools. I hear if you go to South River High School, you won't get into a good school. As a matter of fact, when I was in the hospital not so long ago, one of my nurses was telling me she lived in South River, but she moved because she has 3 kids. And I didn't pursue it. I was sick, so. But anyway, let me tell you some of the schools that our kids are going to in September. I know, oh, here it is, yes. We have a student who applied to and was accepted to and will be attending Princeton University in September. I guess she couldn't get into a good school. Shame on you people. And some more. Let me tell you some more. Berkeley College, Caldwell University. This is by no means all of them. Fairleigh Dickinson, another terrible school. Fordham. Oh my goodness, I don't know how a kid got into Fordham if he went to South River. Maybe because he's smart and the school district is very good. Did you ever think of that? Yeah, some of you, but you got a problem. Georgian Court, John Jay College of Criminal Justice, one of the most prestigious colleges of criminal justice in the world. And we have somebody going there. Kean University, Kutztown, Lehigh, Lincoln Tech, Marymount, Mercer County College, Middlesex County College. Don't sell the county colleges short, okay? They're the best deal around. And people from surrounding states have heard of Middlesex. And it's got a great reputation. And then after 2 years, they transfer to the four-year college of their choice and finish their education there. And for people who can't afford 4 years of college today, this is a real good money saver. And they get the same degree that the kids who went to the 4-year school all 4 years got. Same one. I'm sorry?
With less debt.
Less debt, right.
Yes.
Right. So that is a very wise move to go to a county college if you're in that situation. Monmouth University, Montclair University, Moravian College, NJIT, New Jersey Institute of Technology. One of my sons went there, and he's an architect now. And he worked with an architect named Maya Lin in New York, and she's the one who designed and installed the Vietnam War memorial. And he was running her office. You know, he was the office, not the office manager, no, but he was higher than that. He was in charge of the architects while she was away. I don't know. I don't know how our kids have to go to that crummy school. Oh, Penn State, look at that. Everybody's heard of Penn State. We got 3 kids going there. Another terrible school. And if you think I'm being sarcastic, yeah, you got the idea. I'm going to go on just a little bit. Princeton, of course, Ramapo, Rider, Rowan University, which used to be Glassboro for those of you who are around my age. Rutgers. Now, here's another thing. Rutgers has a terrific reputation throughout the rest of the country. But it's in our backyard, so we don't think a whole lot of it. You know, but, I mean, no matter where I go in the country, and I used to fly all over the country in my other business sometimes, and everybody's heard of Rutgers. And they want to go there, you know, and they do. But we don't prepare our kids for a college that good. So only 25 are going. Seton Hall, Temple. Temple is a gem of a university in Pennsylvania. The College of New Jersey, which used to be Trenton State. University of Delaware, University of Montana, University of Oregon, and William Patterson. There are many, many, many more. So when you say that our kids can't get into good schools, you are 100% wrong. And I think I just proved it to you. Okay, and we have a superior rating from the New Jersey CUSAC, State Department of Education. What more do you want? I know, but that's illegal. So I hope I didn't overstep my bounds just then. But
Anyone else?
it's the truth. Thank you, Mr. President.
I just wanted to thank everyone here, and also thank the community, the people who are watching at home, for all of their support for Project Graduation. We met our goal, we exceeded our goal, the kids had a great time. We had a lot of thank yous when they were getting back on the bus for all that we did for them. We also have a little extra left over, so we're going to be contacting your office, and most likely Mr. Sherman, I think he's custodial of the student accounts at the high school, to once again do another scholarship, this time from Project Graduation 2019.
Great, nice.
Anyone else?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, all I was going to say, just a reminder, next month, there is only one meeting scheduled for the board.
Right.
So that everybody knows, it'll be both the pre-meeting and the public meeting will be combined.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
I just wanted to say that every year we get a yearbook, and each year I do donate my yearbook to a student who hasn't purchased one. So I just have to say, you're very welcome to the student who wrote me a very lovely thank you letter about cherishing the memories in the future. So you're very welcome.
Mrs. Panic did the same.
Yes, I got a similar letter, which was very
Very nice.
moving. Yeah, yes,
I was gonna say, as well as I got one too.
yes, it was nice.
I'm just glad that we can give to the kids who
Yeah.
couldn't afford.
And one more item,
Yes.
Ms. Roberts, negotiations,
Do you want to cover that, or you want to we did vote on it?
just get a,
Oh, just a brief
Yeah.
overview of it? Okay, so, negotiations was ratification of the memorandum of agreement, from 2019-2022 with the SREA. In speaking with Chris, it's a 3-year deal. It has about going rate salaries. There's some adjustments to insurance coverage and contributions. There's major improvements to the workday, and student contact, among some of the changes.
and anybody have anything to add to it?
We're just thankful for a really good process, really meaningful time that we spent together, just discussing everything back and forth, and just a great process overall.
And a motion for the payment of bills?
Yes, the Finance Committee recommends that all bills presented, having been certified by the School Business Administrator Board Secretary, be paid as listed, and I so move.
Motion by Mrs. Cruz,
Andre?
second by Mr. Andre. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Now we'll open the meeting to the public. Any comments or questions at all? Comments or questions are limited to 10 minutes. Anyone from the audience? Seeing none, last call. We will then close up the public portion of the meeting and entertain the motion for adjournment.
Rosano?
Motion by Mr. Zano, second by Mrs. Cruz. All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned.
Remove your mics.
Before you stand up.